There's much talk these days about how to transform your life for the better. Often it's said that if you change your thinking or beliefs, or just visualize what you want forcefully enough, your outer world will change accordingly. There's also discussion about feelings. We are encouraged to make an effort to avoid negative feelings, such as anger, and to cultivate positive feelings, such as love. The assumption is that by emphasizing the positive, whether it's positive thoughts, beliefs, visualizations, or feelings, the negative will be displaced and our quality of life will improve. Deliberate cultivation of the positive can help to a certain limited extent. But those of us who have tried this simplistic approach long term have come to the conclusion that it's not really workable for deep psychological fulfillment. If it was, complex schools of psychology would never have been invented. The results attained from simplistic cultivation of the positive will be inherently limited because such an approach does not touch the core of the problem. What's missing is an appreciation of the phenomenon known as the subconscious. Not taking the subconscious into account is the primary error made when trying to work on ourselves. The subconscious is the core level that determines our basic psychological makeup. If we are to be chronically dissatisfied, depressed, in poor health, and in general, controls the quality of our lives. But what is the subconscious? The formation of the subconscious is primarily due to the accumulation of unresolved negative feelings. Feelings have a natural cycle of building and dissipating. Humans have the capacity, however, of interrupting or suppressing a feeling before it has completed its natural cycle. When a feeling is interrupted, the energy of the feeling is not released, but becomes stored within, pushed out of awareness, blocked, suppressed, unfinished, and latent, relegated to what is called the subconscious. Most feelings are suppressed simply because they are dark and painful, and because we want to avoid them. The nature of the subconscious, sometimes referred to as the pain body, therefore becomes dark and painful, and that's why it is a major negative influence. Psychologists who recognize and study the subconscious estimate that it constitutes as much as 90% of our mind capacity. Have you ever been astounded with yourself and at a loss to explain why you acted irrationally in a certain situation, or why you make the unfortunate choices you do? or why you are attracted to the same wrong type of person over and over. These are all examples of subconscious influence overriding your conscious mind. Feelings are the main item that gets stored in the subconscious, and feelings are composed of energy. As this negative feeling energy accumulates, it starts to act on you, coloring your perceptions, influencing your decisions, determining what kind of people you attract and are attracted to, even drawing negative experiences to you that correspond to the negativity trapped inside. And no matter how hard you try to do better, to be positive, to not get angry, to be more loving, to find someone to love, to eat healthier, to work hard and be a success, the negative keeps coming because the power of the subconscious easily overrules the conscious mind. It doesn't matter how hard you visualize or affirm positivity, prosperity, good feelings, or what you think you need to bring into your life. It's not going to change the subconscious, and that's what determines your experience. Once you understand that negative subconscious feeling energy is responsible for your negative experience, and that the conscious mind is powerless to overcome it, much like the 12-step affirmation of powerlessness, you're ready to begin serious work on yourself. Is there any particular chronic, negative, painful emotion you can identify in your life? If so, it comes from an accumulation of that same feeling in the subconscious. Suppressed feelings do not diminish over time, even over long periods. On the contrary, because we habitually suppress the same kinds of feelings, they tend to accumulate and get stronger over time. You try to keep pushing them out of awareness in the effort to feel better, but this does not permanently eliminate them. They keep building, jumping up at the worst times, continually undermining happiness. Happiness doesn't reach you because the inner negative is not resolved and overrides any appearance of the positive, so that even when joy happens, you can't feel it or maintain it or tolerate it for very long. Often we get the sense that we are blocked from achieving goals in career or relationships, for example. But if you have a reservoir of feelings of failure or loneliness in the subconscious, it will prevent you from attaining success in career or love, because that's the dominating feeling in the subconscious that colors your experience. Sometimes you may come close to the goal, but you sabotage yourself by acting in an inappropriate and self-defeating way. You may need to see this unconscious self-undermining behavior clearly in order to understand that it is you yourself who blocks you, who keeps you at your comfortable low limit of success. On the psychic inner planes, where feeling energy may be said to accumulate, the principle of like attracts like applies. As the feeling energy increases, it has instincts of its own, which is to merge with other similar energies. This is why, for example, an angry person will attract other angry people and they will experience conflict. You can extend this principle to include all of your experience. Everything you experience has been drawn to you by yourself based on the principle of energetic attraction. The negativity you hold within attracts corresponding circumstances, and this becomes your life. But remember, it's not primarily your thoughts or your beliefs that draws negative experiences to you. It's the built-up energy of the suppressed feelings in the subconscious that is responsible for continuing negative experiences. It's this suppressed energy that in fact determines your thinking or beliefs, including your general emotional state. The intention of the feeling energy in attracting similar energy is to perpetuate itself, but also to make itself known to the conscious mind and to eventually exhaust itself. However, this in itself is not enough to clear negative feelings. It appears that until we gain conscious wisdom in handling feelings more effectively, we remain limited, confined, as if in prison, to a level of existence such as we see all around us, created by the collective subconscious, reflecting pain and ignorance. As we gain in wisdom, we start to manage our emotional experience correctly, and we approach higher levels of existence, joy, creativity, and fulfillment. That's what this work is all about.